down.
All right, guys, welcome back. This week's not going to be too interesting. We're not going to have too much going on. First stop today, I obviously have to get a haircut. This hair is ridiculous. So it's been cold. I haven't really been too worried about it. I've been wearing beanies and hats and stuff like that at work, so nobody's really seen it, and it's actually kind of kept my head warm. But I can only take this for so long before it just bothers me that much. So next time y'all see me, I'll have a haircut, and then we'll see what else we have planned. So we'll see y'all in a minute. All right, guys, so haircut. Now I just got to go shave, clean up, but we'll get today started. I have my compound bow here. Like I said, I do want to use this for my fishing rig. I want to put a reel on here, get a fishing arrow, all that kind of stuff. But I also want to get some video while I'm doing this. So luckily I had some things laying around the house. I've seen a lot of guys that go out and they bow fish. They'll wear like a chest rig, or they have like a head strap on, and I don't want to have to wear that. And then as I'm shooting, my hands get in the way or whatever. So I want to have as clear a shot as possible. So I looked at this thing and I was looking at a few different ideas and ways, and I didn't want to drill into the bow and mess the bow up. Luckily, this bow that I got came with this sight right here, and it has this hole that we're going to utilize. So it's going to be very simple, very easy. I'm going to kind of walk you guys through how I'm doing this. This is just a screw that I had laying around, and it just so happened that this screw fits this little tripod mount. So it'll go right on there. So all I'm doing right now is I put a bunch of washers on here. One to keep the screw from just falling through this whole area, and the other one is I'm using them as kind of spacers. So I got spacers on one side that are going to hold everything in place right here. So once we can get this in place, let's see if it'll let me do it. So we have spacers on that side. We're putting one washer on this side as a spacer for this side of it. And I have this little piece that I pulled off of an old broken tripod that I don't need anymore. So this is what we're going to use to be the locking nut on this side of it. And it's also going to give us the little padding part that you need. Same thing that's on every other tripod. So let's get that screwed on there. I know it's harder to see, but it'd be harder for me to try to keep this in frame and show you guys. But I'll show you right now. Right now this is just going to be hand tightened, and I'll get some tools and tighten that down. But that's what that looks like right there. So you can see the screw sticks out just a little bit. There's the washers on that side. There, it's not going to go anywhere. And I'll show you what we're going to do next. So the next thing is we have this little tripod mount, and it's a little tripod screw on the bottom side, and then of course GoPro style mount on the top. So we're going to get this thing and get this screwed in. This is what's going to hold the camera and everything in place. So now that that's in place, that's what it looks like. Well, obviously if I mount a GoPro straight onto this, the camera's either going to be left or it's going to be right. So now we have an elbow piece, and this is a 90-degree turn. So we're going to put this elbow piece into here. Get this screwed in. And like I said, these are just extra pieces I had sitting around. I know they sell different mounts and different things that I could put onto this, but I didn't want to have to go and buy a whole nother thing if I already have stuff to do it at the house. So now we have that set up on the front. So now all I have to do is I have this camera. This is just one of my GoPros that we can slide right here into place. Use our screw here. See if I line that up correctly. Screw that into there. Make sure everything is tightened down. And just like that, a couple of elbow pieces. It doesn't really look too bad. It's actually pretty small, out of the way. And now we have a camera mounted on the bow. So hopefully whenever we go out and start using this thing, as I'm shooting, you will see the arrow leaving the bow, and hopefully we can get some pretty good shots of what I'm shooting at. So I just wanted to show y'all that, just kind of something cool. I just like doing little projects, doing little things like that. And like I said, we're going to try to get more video of doing more activities and stuff. So this should be pretty cool once this all happens. Nothing. What are you doing?
Are you vlogging?
Are you vlogging?
No.
Oh. I thought maybe you were.
Are you?
No, are you?
No.
I got my truck washed. And I may have made a mistake. I haven't looked yet. Tomorrow we plan on doing some yard work. So I had to go get my hedge trimmer because my hedges are ridiculous. Well, my hedge trimmer was thrown in the back of my truck. And I went and ran a couple errands. And I forgot that the hedge trimmer was back there. Well, I went and washed my truck. And I left this back there. Well, the box, it's a little soggy. It's obviously still wet, but we're gonna hope everything works. I spent $100 and some on this thing right now. I got Ryobi because all my other tools are Ryobi, so I wanted the batteries to match up. Let's just pray that this works. I hope I didn't just waste over $100 buying this thing, leaving it in my truck, and then getting my truck washed. All right, so I took this thing out of the box, and it had water spots all over it. The box is nice and soggy and probably messed up. We're not gonna be able to use that box again. You can see some of the water still on here, but the good news is it still works. So I spent over $100 on this, accidentally left it in the truck, went through the car wash, but it still works, so we're good. All right, guys, so I'm doing stuff around the house right now. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet. Doing stuff around the house. We picked up my wife's little cousin who hangs out with us usually about once a week, and she'll usually come spend the night. But she asked what I was doing with my camera, and I told her that I started vlogging. Of course, being a 6-year-old, being a kid, she's all about YouTube and kids YouTube and everything. So I'm gonna show you what she's doing right now. It's kind of cool. She likes doing everything that I do. What are you doing?
Doing my video.
What kind of video?
My toy video.
Toy video? You gonna start vlogging now?
I already been vlogging.
Okay. So I just thought that was kind of cool. I told her that I started vlogging. She wanted to watch some of my videos, so she saw a couple of them and decided she wanted to start doing toy reviews. So she may have some videos coming out, I guess. We're gonna get her set up with the channel. But she started vlogging right now, and now she's doing toy reviews. So I just thought y'all might want to see that. So as you can tell in the intro, I started working on the deer feeder, converting it to a chicken feeder. I need a couple more pieces, so it's not finished yet, but I will show you all the finished product, and then I'll walk y'all through how all that works. Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you for watching this video. I gotta get working on my vlogs. See you next time.